Hi guys and welcome back to Mummy Cooks Homemade, and this is what we ate this week. What do we got? Oh yeah, they were the Chinese chicken thighs with some hoisin rice. That's rice that is baked in the oven. I can't do boiled rice. Number one, I don't like the taste of plain boiled rice and I just can't boil it anyway. That was the sausage pie. That is already up on the channel. We can link it below for anyone that missed it. Sausage and bacon pie. Also good with chips and beans or chips and gravy. Or if you like me, chips and curry sauce. This was chorizo, and this was the spicy chorizo apparently, but it wasn't that spicy. I must be getting used to it. And bacon risotto with some parmesan. I do like me a risotto. This was a boring old chicken burger. Right, we tried these from Lidl. Like the bird's eye ones. I didn't like them at all, and I don't think Steve was keen either. Steve, this was one of the spare lasagnas Steve made, so we had lasagna and rabbit food this night. Bit of balsamic. Steve made a tray bake pizza for him and the kids. No, they didn't eat all that, and he froze the rest. He said it turned out really, really nice. So if you would like to see that recipe, you'll have to ask Steve to do it for you. So, prep for Sunday. I've got a tickle up my nose, guys. Excuse any sniffing. So, fine beans. Disgusting. I don't eat them. But father-in-law, mother-in-law and Steve do, so yeah. My other tub that I used, you know, for my waste, I accidentally put my knife through it. I'm a bit of a brute in the kitchen, what can I say? So I had to buy me a little collapsible bucket. Purple sprouting broccoli. There wasn't much purple about it, to be honest. So I only used one pack between us. That was all that was needed because Amy doesn't eat it. Father-in-law, he only deserves one piece because he don't call him the right thing, so he gets punished by having one piece. Don't be feeling sorry for him now. His plate is well loaded. I did get a question as to why I pull the leaves off. That's just personal preference. I don't like the leaves on there. I like to take them off. There's no specific reason for that. You don't have to take the leaves off the side of the tender stem. It's just personal preference. So I'm just doing a couple of parsnips because there's only 2 people that have these. And yes, them 2 people, when I roasted these and put honey on them and everything, ate all of those parsnips. 2 people. Because the piggy wiggies. And I'm going to parboil and do the same thing with the carrots. This bucket's turned out great actually. Mind you, I filled it twice. It's amazing how much you chuck out, isn't it? The veggies all went into the compost bin. If I had a rabbit or something, or chickens, then I'd use them for that, but I don't. So the cabbage wanted its best, so I took off the outer leaves and took off that very first layer. That didn't look great. And then it looked fine again. Yay! And it was absolutely dandy. Far too much produce is wasted, I think. Now if that cabbage was like soft or something like that, obviously I wouldn't use it. But there was nothing wrong with it. It was just because it wasn't wrapped after the last time I used it, and it had gone dry on the outside. So I just took them off. And that there was enough cabbage for all of us. Just that bit that I chopped up. Again, I can't get Amy to eat it. But the only thing I can get her to eat is carrots. I put a tender stem on there, or a tree so she calls it, but no. I figure the more I push it, the more she sort of refuses, so I just leave it. She'll eat them when she wants to eat them. So now we're on to the roast potatoes. I always tell when I do my roast potatoes because of the way I cut them. Lengthwise. I like a lot of flat surface on my potatoes. More crispy. So my slow cooker was getting a bit dangerous. The handle on it wasn't secure, so I didn't complain. But Steve found a multicooker, so he bought me that. So I'm going to do a product review on that. It's not sponsored or anything, but it might be something you're interested in. It's got 5 different ways of cooking it, such as sous vide, sauteing, stuff like that. So yeah, I thought you might be interested. So I'll do that sometime this week. So this is a pork loin that he got from Lidl. So I've just got half a sliced onion at the bottom. And I've rinsed off my pork loin. I don't dry this off because there's no crackling on this. It's just that thin layer of fat. And I like this little bit that's on the top. Put some apple in there and season it. This was so tender. Absolutely fantastic, their loins from Lidl. I think this was about £8. It was in the last haul. So, stuffing bowls. Now I trialled a pudding as well, ready for Christmas. I want stuff that I can do for the fussy father-in-law, but I don't want stuff that's going to take half an hour to prepare. I trialled a white cheesecake, and it literally took between 5 and 10 minutes. The rest of the time was chilling time, and it only took 4 hours to chill. And well, it's all gone. He took the rest home with him. He liked it, so that's going on the Christmas Eve prep. But what I am going to do is show you before then, so that if you want that recipe included in your Christmas Eve prep, because it's so quick, then you can do it. So I will get that done again this week. I didn't film it with it being a trial recipe, so I've just got to make it again. That's a shame, isn't it? So everyone that's familiar with my roast potatoes knows the routine. Always go for the biggest flat edge. That way you're going to get the crispiest, the most crispiest area. These were nice and crispy when they come out. Lovely. Vegetables onto a tray. So the parsnips and the carrots. I always use this parchment paper, always. Makes for a lot easier clean up. Even if I'm just doing baking or Sunday prep. So I'll cook these, and then when they're nearly done, I added a couple of tablespoons of honey and mixed it all up. So this is the prep, it's not cooked yet. So there's the roast potatoes, there'll be the roast root veg, the meat's ready, I've done the stuffing. the vegetables in the pan, the carrots, the cabbage and all the rest. So now I'm going to make my Yorkshire puddings. I do already have a recipe out for this. And they never ever fail. And this batter was lumpy because I didn't use a whisk. It made no difference. Don't ever worry about lumps in your batter. It made no difference. They disappear when they go into the oven. As you can see to the side, I've got 3 cakes also waiting to go into the oven. They were chocolate orange. Put post out yesterday because I was filling these cakes. And you bottom 2 layers if it's 3 layers. It's not so much of a concern, is it? Because they're covered up. And I come to my top layer, flip it over so I can get the grease proof off and then stick my thumb through the middle of it. It's like, whoa, whatever. Tried to cover it with cream. So I've used a fork instead of a whisk because I've just used my whisk to do the cakes and I couldn't be bothered to go and wash it straight away. So there were some lumps, but like I say, don't ever worry about the lumps. And my milk was straight out of the fridge, so I chose to cook my cakes first, which took about 20 minutes. To give the milk in this time to come to room temperature. The muffin pan has got oil in it and it's been in the oven for 10 minutes at gas mark 6. You can see the lumps there. Like I say, it made no difference, you'll see. You can see how hot the fat is. Straight back into the oven. Gas mark 6, 25 minutes. And they never ever fail. There they are. There's the cakes. That was the pork. It was so tender. Really, really nice. That's the cheesecake. Now look at the size of that, how thick it is. That's got cream on top as well. You can see a bit of cream. But that's the white chocolate one. And he said it's not over sweet either. So that is the cheesecake. I did it in a little loaf pan. You can see I've covered up the the top part, which I don't normally do. But that's just a plain chocolate orange with some sweetened cream. And that was Sunday dinner and it was blooming lovely. It was really nice. Nice crispy potatoes. So yeah, thanks so much if you got to the end, guys. Please share if you can. Comment down below. Especially if you want the cheesecake recipe and anything. Don't forget to subscribe, click your notification bell, and I'll see you next time. Bye.